Today on Play to Win, we are 1 week away from the NFL season, but will there be more delays? Who has the toughest schedule in the SEC, and will this strange offseason affect the dogs on the field? We'll have those answers and more coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win. AT&T, more for your thing, that's our thing. And Beaver Toyota, we're here to wow you. Welcome to football's Play to Win. With Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's Hometown Team Report is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Happy Saturday morning, Atlanta. Our Hometown Team Report is brought to you by Montlick & Associates. And welcome back to the show. Our panel of experts, Chuck Smith, Bob Whitfield, and Terrence, Chris, and Jeffrey will join us later on. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Nikki. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. So there's a lot going on out there, a lot to get to. Mainly, I want to start off with all of the athletes that have taken a stand against social injustice. Chuck, I want you to kind of fill us in on what's going on out there.
Well, I think the impact you see right now, if you really don't understand and really believe what's happening, that change is going to happen. If you would have told me the Alabama head coach 25 years ago would march in the middle of Tuscaloosa with his team, with a pro-minority African-American group marching, I wouldn't have believed it. Nick Saban marches. Pete Carroll cancels practice so he can talk about social issues. Right now, it's part of it. High school is part of it. The new generation, they're being groomed to be leaders, and it starts right now. But a lot of it starts with coaches like Nick Saban.
The locker room epitomizes what the world can be. We're an example as athletes. We come together from far-reaching backgrounds, different parts of society, different ethnicities, different religious backgrounds, and we come with the common goal. We try to work hard together and try to succeed together. And that's what athletes look at with the rest of the world, with America, is that they want to work with everyone and succeed together. So I think it's athletes being involved with these protests, being involved with these marches, and speaking out against social justice and social injustice is pivotal to an athlete, just because of the fact that they are human and they can see this stuff in the world, and they know that they have a brotherhood within that locker room that can be an example for the world.
And sports have such a beautiful way of bringing everybody together. And we're going to put some of your personal touches throughout the show on all of this. Right now, I'm just going to switch gears to LSU and their wide receiver, Jamar Chase, opting out of the season. What do you think about that, Chuck? Like, do you think this is a domino effect?
Yeah, I think so. I think more players need to come out. It's about right now, you go to college and put yourself in the position to make money. Listen, Nick Bosa last year at Ohio State sat out his entire junior year, came out, went, a top 5 pick. If I'm any player now in college and I got a chance, if I got a first or second round grade, I'm coming out and getting paid.
All right, guys, stick with us. More to come. Kirby Smart kind of concerned after that scrimmage, but should we be? More on that in the SEC. It's all coming up on Football's Play to Win.
On or off the field, we all have rules to play by. But what happens after a serious car crash when the insurance company won't play fair? At Montlick & Associates, we know injury law, and we know what it takes to win. After all, we've been winning in our field for over 35 years. If you've been injured, we're here to help. Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation. That's #946.
Yeah, I think we're good here.
Why do we offer so many active safety features on our Chevy SUVs?
Oh, yeah.
All set.
Ready, Freddie?
Because we're not just engineers.
Call us when you get there, okay?
Slowly.
I'm going slow.
We have families, too.
Get 15% of MSRP cash back on most 2020 Equinox models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
First
first down for the Falcons, and looks like Freddie's already celebrating.
I like that bird.
Sure wish I had my own mascot. My own mascot. My own mascot.
Best friends forever. Always together. Sharing all the secrets and our dreams.
This season is your time to win with the Falcons. Play the Atlanta Falcon Scratcher from the Georgia Lottery.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call. Summer may be coming to a close, but there's still time to make memories in a cabin loaded with connected tech and in-drive entertainment. Enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the last of the 2020 models at the Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models, or save up to $72.67 on select models.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealer.
Welcome back. It's time for our SEC ACC report brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. Welcome back to the show. Chris Marler, expert on expert on expert. How you doing this morning, Chris?
That's one too many experts for sure. But yes, it's good to be back. How are y'all?
Doing good,
Who
Chris.
do you think has the toughest schedule in the SEC?
Yeah, it's a really good question. It's different now when they've added the other two games to this 10-game conference-only schedule in the SEC. If it was the start of the year when they only were going to play 8 games, you know, there's a lot to make a case for South Carolina, Tennessee, obviously having to play Georgia, Florida, and Bama every single year. But when they added these 2 conference games, there were 2 teams in particular that just really got the short end of the stick, and that was Missouri and Arkansas. Missouri, especially with a first-year head coach, Eli Drinkwitz.
That ain't right.
Having it's at all, right? It's just so bad.
That ain't right,
so
man.
Bad.
They wrong for that, Chris.
I mean, they're already over there next to Idaho. I don't even know where Missouri's at, but it's not in the Southeast for sure. But you got a first-year head coach. You've replaced so much turnover, and then you open the season. Your 2 extra opponents were Bama and LSU. You open the season at home against Bama. You have to go to LSU within the first 5 games of the year. They play 7 teams that went to a bowl game last season. It's going to be a tough first year for Eli Drinkwitz and the Missouri Tigers for sure.
Is there even a such thing now as home field advantage in the age of COVID?
So not at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's going to be right at home. This is perfect. They've been training for this for pretty much their entire program history. So they'll be fine. I'm not sure how this is going to look. I know that we're seeing a lot of stadiums are going to try to hold 20 to 25,000 fans at each game. But yeah, we don't know how that's going to look. And you look at a game like, yesterday CBS came out with their lineup for their primetime games of the year. Bama, Georgia, an 8 p.m. start. Any other year, that would be an electric atmosphere. And you kind of wonder what that's going to look like now.
What's that like as a player playing with less fans or maybe no fans, Chuck?
Man, it's going to be hard. I'm going to tell you, because I always remember being in Neyland Stadium at Tennessee. We'd be 2 hours before the game, and it's already 70,000 people in there, and we're geeked up. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. It's going to be really strange. It really is.
Well, I just remember being at Stanford, and they were playing Lawrence Welk before the games, and the crowd was really kind of chill. It was just sitting there sipping tea, listening to Lawrence Welk, and we're about to play a football game. So I can understand a little low-key environment.
It's a nice little self-deprecating toss-in right there, Bob. Guys, when we come back, we're going to talk what a slow start to the season means for the NFL. Does that mean a slower season? It's all coming up. Stay with us on Play to Win.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call. Summer may be coming to a close, but there's still time to make memories in a cabin loaded with connected tech and in-drive entertainment. Enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the last of the 2020 models at the Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models, or save up to $72.67 on select models.
Your boss thinks you're the best. His rock star sales rep, heir to his throne. But if you can't upload that massive presentation in time for his big meeting because you have cable, just remember, you're not a bad employee.
Anybody got a joke?
You just need better internet. AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience with 20 times faster upload speeds than cable. Switch to 1 gig internet for $89.98 a month per year when bundled with AT&T TV. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill. No.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea for just $19.99. And rep your squad with an epically official Team Big Bow Box.
It's bow time.
We had a home warranty. And over the years, probably close to 80% of our problems came from heating and air situations. We had a major breakdown. So when we called the home warranty company, we had to come out of pocket $1,700. We came across reliable. One of the technicians explained to us there was a program to help change over the units. They would maintain the units for the life of the unit. It was a no-brainer for us.
For your new Trend Comfort System, call Reliable Heating and Air today.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Welcome back. It's time for our dog report brought to you by Beaver Toyota. Chris, when we look at what this scrimmage looked like for UGA, and even Kirby Smart said it was pretty sloppy, do you think that they've got big problems?
No, I don't think they have big problems. I think that's a lot of coach speak, and also they've had a lot of time off. I think you're going to see a lot of fire and a lot of, I don't want to say frustration, but kind of trying to get to his team and spread his message to his team through his press conferences, through the media. A lot of coaches will do that. Dabo did it last year. Saban, obviously, who Kirby Smart came from. I think he's just trying to send a message to his team to get them motivated. I don't think they could be that sloppy. They got so much talent on the field, and they got a lot of young talent, as we're about to see right here.
Yeah, speaking of young talent, true freshman Jalen Carter, do you think he's able to turn heads and basically carry the whole defense? Like, what are we looking to expect out of this guy?
What I would say, just be the devil's advocate here, and I'm going to ask Bob on this one. Do you think this is more so a problem of that offensive line you were talking about last week, or that this Jalen Carter kid's going to take over the world?
The advantage goes to the defense. But you see that the defensive player, which was a young freshman, he showed up for the challenge, and he got his head coach kind of hyped up with how he maintained his leverage, his low body strike. So if that's what you're getting out of a young guy at Georgia, that defensive line might be ready to hunt, huh, Chuck?
You know what, though, I like about that? That's about toughness, Bob. And part of that was that sets the tempo for the day. That sets the mindset. And when you look at what Kirby's doing, that's old school football, being tough. So what it does, all that energy goes into other players. And the way you become tough as a football team, you got to practice tough. I like seeing that, Kirby. Kudos to the University of Georgia for putting them cats in an old school tough guy situation, man.
Maybe next time, though, like we get like a receiver catching some, like a one-handed catch, or a running back doing something fun. Like I can't be taking blocking drills all for the next 3 weeks before football starts.
No, enough on the 7-on-7, man. We get enough of that, man. Enough of all that. 7-on-7, you get enough of wide receivers catching with no one on them.
Well, guys, after the break, it's time to talk Falcons. We're going to figure out what the missing piece is to get them back into the postseason. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us on Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealer. This is It Barbecue and Atlanta Peach Movers.
Hey Atlanta, they're here. A huge fresh inventory of brand new Toyotas. And remember, our spectacular once-a-year Labor Day extravaganza is going on now through September with low sale prices on the all-new Highlander, 4Runner, RAV4, Camry, Tacoma, Corolla. Everything's on sale. Featuring 0% financing, 0 payments until next year, and with 20 lenders, we have a finance program for everyone. Beaver Toyota, we're here to wow you.
Yum. Chili, chili, chili. Chili don't yum. Hormel chili, pour on.
This is it.
Make your barbecue easy and delicious with This Is It Barbecue and Seafood. We got your pork slabs ready. We got your rib tips ready. We got your sides, desserts, and drinks ready. Our barbecue is marinated, hickory smoked for hours, and then char grilled to tender perfection. Our sides, desserts, and drinks are freshly prepared daily. Open all day on Labor Day. Order online at thisisitbbq.com for pickup or delivery.
We interrupt your erectile dysfunction with an important message. If erectile dysfunction or Peyronie's disease has you down, the doctors at Atlanta Health Clinic can help. No pills, no surgery, no needles, no pain. We have the newest revolutionary U.S. patented medical process and device from Europe, utilizing advanced acoustic wave technology, proven effective regardless of your age or medical condition. Visit AtlantaHealthClinic.com or call for your consultation with our doctors today and avoid interruption.
Yum. Chili, chili, chili. Chili don't yum.
Hormel chili. Pour on.
Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.
And it's time for our Falcons report, brought to you by Georgia Drives Chevy. Terrence Mathis, welcome back to the show, the man, the myth, the legend. A lot of ruffled feathers out there over Matt Ryan and this NFL Top 100, kind of leaving him out of the mix. What do you think about that?
Hey, being a quarterback is about winning championships, winning games, putting your team in a position to win championships. And that's what you're going to be judged by. This 100 thing, most of it is popularity. You know, some of it is, gives credibility, but a lot of it is popularity. The few Falcons that are on it, they deserve it, But at the end of the day, with Matt Ryan, he knows it. It's about wins and losses and winning championships.
Well, look, to me, number one, this is still voted on by your peers. I know Matt Ryan doesn't care about it, and everybody. That's ultimately all you do trying to do is get wins and losses. But I want to be voted on by my peers as one of the best. So for me, more to do with a lack of respect towards right now the whole team. Because I'm gonna just tell you like this: Grady Jarrett should be higher, and Julio Jones should be higher. But all this goes back, I'm telling you, man, because the team has had so much talent. They got so much experience, and they have underachieved. They haven't won a championship since Matt Ryan and Julio, and now Grady being the leader as the defensive lineman. So to me, it's kind of like a bigger picture when it comes to these guys. But you win it all, they'll all be rated higher. So I just think that's how it works.
Well, there's definitely a lot of hype in the list, and I think when you have these preseason lists, just like you have the front cover of the Madden video game, everybody gets a little pomp and circumstance from it, but you still got to go play football. So worrying about being on the list and where you stand, yeah, it might give you a good ego boost, but you still got to go play football. And the Falcons open up with a tough game, Seattle.
You're the same guy who was sitting in the tub, you and Jamal Anderson in 1998 talking about who's going to be on the cover of the magazine. Then you just going to come out and say it's all about football? You was Hollywood in 98, Bob. Come on, T-Man, what is this guy talking about?
Dude.
Look, I learned it from Jam. Look, if you got to be the face of the franchise, you better start smiling. That's what you do.
Do you think he's underappreciated?
Well, like Chet, he's probably underappreciated by his peers because of what they're doing. The lack of performance with all that talent. They're saying, how can a guy with all this talent not take his team further and win more games? And Chuck is absolutely right. It's just the disrespect that he's getting from his peers right now. But I think those outside of him knows that he is an elite quarterback.
All right, guys, when we come back, we're going to talk social injustice, the NFL, and opening week. Don't miss a second. Stay with us on Play to Win.
Yeah, I think we're good here. Why do we offer so many active safety featers on our Chevy SUVs?
Oh, yeah. All set.
Ready, Freddie?
Because we're not just engineers.
Call us when you get there, okay?
Slowly.
I'm going slow.
We have families too.
Get 15% of MSRP cash back on most 2020 Equinox models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
Georgia Drives Chevy. Find new roads.
When your psoriasis is bad, it can be hard to see what's possible. But the possibilities become clear.
with Taltz. The first and only treatment of its kind offering a chance at 100% clear skin. With Taltz, up to 90% of those with moderate to severe psoriasis saw a significant improvement of their psoriasis plaques. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. See the possibilities. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
Recognized as a top-rated law firm for professional excellence in legal expertise, communication skills, and highest ethical standards. We are Montlick Injury Attorneys, and we know what it takes to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call. Summer may be coming to a close, but there's still time to make memories in a cabin loaded with connected tech and in-drive entertainment. Enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the last of the 2020 models at the Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models, or save up to $72.67 on select models.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, servicing Atlanta's heating and air conditioning needs for over 40 years.
Welcome to our NFL Report, brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. You guys have a really unique perspective that I would love to hear. You've all played high school football, college football, NFL, and now you have sons playing in college. So with everything going on with social injustice and protesting, how has this affected you personally? Bob, I'll start with you.
Well, I first want to remember my first time marching for the cause, and it was Rodney King back at Stanford. So we had a march, and we marched to the president's, the university's house, and tried to get him to come march with us. And it was just one of those things that we didn't know what we were going to prove with all this. It was just that we did it. And I think with my sons, that I think that they definitely going to have to take that same approach, is that you're going to have to basically do something. If you want change in this country, you have to be active and vocal about doing something.
With my son, you know, his first year in college, and he's so far away from me, you know, I worry about him every single day. And I pray for him every single day, because I don't want to have that phone call or somebody show up at my door and tragedy has struck my son. So it's important for us to continue to educate not only our sons, but other people about the injustices that is happening in America today. The thing about it is, you know, how much longer do we have to persevere to get what we want? And that's equality. We're not asking for handouts. We're just asking for equality.
Nikki, I'm going to look at this mine from a different perspective. My son, and my experience in high school, my two sons, totally different. One thing that I say that has benefited my kids right now is that, guess what? All these issues are in their face. They've had to learn. They've seen the good, and now they're seeing the bad. So what the difference between me and probably the other guys is, you know, they're learning a lot more at a younger age. A lot, you know, the leadership now of this new generation is stepping up. I love seeing what Ole Miss did. I love seeing what, you know, the high schools are doing, the individuals. People are doing their individual social, justice campaigns, whether it's one or many. And, you know, my son, whereas he's at Wofford, they did a march. You know, they're doing a march, and they've done things down there at Wofford. They've done things here. So I just think it's a bad thing that is happening, but I think it's a good thing, because my sons are learning, you know what? You got to stand for something, or you'll never stand for anything.
I just want to thank you all for sharing your very personal experiences with all of us, because I think really that's what it boils down to, right? Is tying all of this that we're seeing out there to people that are like family to us, that all have personal experiences. So thank you so much. Guys, stick with us when we come back. Jeffrey, the Edge Schechter, joins the show, and we make some way too early predictions on the season. We'll be right back on Play to Win.
We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology. Our experience is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Make no payments until 2021.
First down for the Falcons, and looks like Freddie's already celebrating. I like that bird. Sure wish I had my own mascot. My own mascot.
Best friends forever. Always together. Sharing all the secrets and our dreams.
This season is your time to win with the Falcons. Play the Atlanta Falcon Scratcher from the Georgia Lottery.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call. Summer may be coming to a close, but there's still time to make memories in a cabin loaded with connected tech and in-drive entertainment. Enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the last of the 2020 models at the Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models, or save up to $72.67 on select models.
Are you one of the millions of Americans suffering from chronic knee pain? Have you been told knee replacement surgery is your only option? Then call now to see if you qualify for a breakthrough, all-natural treatment for knee pain relief. By using an FDA-approved product that replenishes the lubricant in your joints, a cushioning layer is created, allowing you to move smoothly and pain-free. This treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Call now and get your mobility back.
We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Only $19.99 a month for a new water heater.
Today's college and NFL predictions is being brought to you by the Atlanta Health Clinic, named Industry Best 2020 for treating ED and Peyronie's disease.
Welcome back. It's time for our college and NFL predictions brought to you by the Atlanta Health Clinic. Welcome back to the show. Jeffrey, the Edge, Schechter, we bring you on for your magic crystal ball of wisdom. And I know it's early, but can you give us an idea of what your divisional picks are going to be?
I sure will. It's good to be back. In the NFC, I like Dallas in the East. I like Detroit. I know it sounds crazy in the Central. I like Atlanta in the South. I like San Francisco in the West. In the AFC, I like Buffalo in the East, Baltimore in the Central, Tennessee in the South, and, of course, Kansas City in the West. And I like San Francisco, if Shanahan could have a good fourth quarter, to beat Buffalo in the Super Bowl.
It's not far-fetched for Buffalo to win their division with Tom Brady going. So I agree with that. But in the NFC Central, I don't see Detroit winning. You know, with a disgruntled Aaron Rodgers, I can see Aaron Rodgers putting up big numbers and taking his team back to the playoffs and winning that division.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to tune in every week, Saturday, 9 a.m. on Fox 5. Thank you for joining us on another Football's Play to Win.
Today's show has been brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, the Atlanta Health Clinic, and your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.